New video coming. What's going on, my good people? Out here on the hammock. Welcome back to Jay's Life Out Loud. Uh, just out here thinking. And I had a random thought. Don't nobody owe you shit. Nobody owes you anything. Once you become an adult, nobody owes you anything. I mean, I believe as a child, to a certain age, when you have a child, you do owe that child, whether a father or a mother, either or. Parents, you have to be a parent to that child. You can't pick and choose when you want to be a part of that child's life. That child is going to need food, shelter, transportation, education, uh, love, affection, understanding. And I know some of us may have not gotten that when we were coming up. I can't say that in my case because I got it, but some of us don't know how to show it. Some of us are still children ourselves when we have kids. But I would say that, I believe to a certain age, your parents do owe you that. But when you're grown, don't nobody owe you shit. Period. But it's good when somebody else, if you're in a relationship and that person shows the same respect that you show them, that's a good thing. That means that they love you enough to show you all the things that you should have. But I guess when you get to certain times, you believe that, or some people can believe that the world owes them this, or this person owes them that, or, besides you loaning some money out, ain't nobody owe you nothing. And like I've heard plenty of times before, if you don't have it to give, you better not give it, because 9 times out of 10, you ain't getting it back. But on the other end, too, there are a lot of times where people don't give what they want to receive. If you want love and you want people to show you love, show that love that you want. You cannot expect people to just go around doing what you wouldn't do for them. I had my own experiences with expecting things out of people, or thinking people owe me their time, or owe me a phone call or a text. Excuse me. People don't owe you nothing. I know one time I hadn't heard from a friend in a while. So after a while, I said, well, let me call and check on them, make sure they're okay. We ended up being on the phone for 2 hours. This friend was going through something that I had no idea about. And for 2 hours, I listened to this friend tell me about what was going on. And after I got off the phone, it hit me like, wow. And this person had all this going on. And I'm over here just wondering why they ain't called. Like, dang, where the love at? This, and that, or whatever. But you never know what somebody else is going through. I mean, you don't. Unless y'all live in the same household, or unless, um, they live right next door. And then sometimes even then, you don't know what your neighbor going through. But just to assume that, oh, that person don't care about me, oh, that person don't this, don't that. How do you know if you don't call? If you don't call this person and check on this person, how do you know they okay? They could be going through a seriously mental breakdown. You know, and the whole time in your selfish mind, you just worried about you. You know, even sometimes when we on the phone and the person is telling us like, this was going on and that's going on. First thing in mind, sometimes people say is, why you didn't call me? And I think it leads back to something I said in one of my earlier videos, is that most times that you get over something, excuse me, it's good to talk to somebody, but no, 9 times out of 10, when you getting over somebody, it's just you and Jesus. That's it. Or whatever God you pray to. Or if you burn sage, or you got crystal rocks, or whatever it is you do, it's usually you and God. I mean, that's the bottom line. If you believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, that's who you gonna pray to. Or whatever it is that you do, your go-to. That's what you're gonna do. Because I remember when I was going through my separation, and I remember if anybody would listen, I would talk about it. And I would talk about it, 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 and I would talk about it. And one thing about pain, whether it's losing a loved one to death, or losing a loved one to separation, a divorce, you're no longer a couple, or whatever the case may be. Certain things and certain pains you can talk about to the end of time, but until you're ready to release it, let it go, and your heart heals and you're able to move onto the next level, because in pain there are levels to it. It's not, you don't go through something and come out the next day, oh, I'm fine. And if you're doing that and you truly believe that, what you're doing is you're suppressing your pain. You taking your pain and you putting it deep down inside you, which don't make it go away. It's just it's a facade. You just, it looks like it's gone away, but you're still dealing with it. And it'll begin to affect how you deal with people. It'll begin to affect how you process your feelings when it comes to everything. So, nobody owes you anything. If you giving the love, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get it back if you're giving it to the right people. And I'm not talking about in a relationship. I'm just talking about friends, family, co-workers, or whatever it may be. But we all got those people that we've learned from. We've got people that we invested into, and we didn't see a return. And I'm not talking about, money, or I bought you lunch, you bought me lunch, or whatever. We have been disappointed by people, by their personalities, not knowing who they really are. I mean, especially a coworker, you may have been working them for years and not really know who they are. You know, so but we've all invested something in someone, friend, family member, coworker, whatever. and it didn't turn out like you thought it would. So, in that regard, you have to understand, just like with money, if you don't have 20 or $30 to loan somebody to ask for it, don't give it to them. If you expected the money back, don't give it to them. Because depending on who it is, you're not going to get it back. So if you don't have it to lose, don't loan it. Now, if you don't mind them not paying you back, give it up. And it's the same with what you invest in people. You take a chance when you invest in anything, from the stock market to human beings. I think we've been, if you want to go as small as what meal you done cook. You done invested time in cooking a meal, and when it get done, it ain't what you thought it was going to be. So, if you go out here and you do a good deed for somebody, and you expecting that good deed to come back because you planted that seed, now you looking for something to come back off of it. You invested it, you ready for your return. If you do something nice for somebody, and I've learned that 9 times 10, if somebody gives you something of value, when you get something, if somebody gave you $2 million, and because they hit the lottery for 700 million, and they gave you 2 million, and their money started dwindling down. And let's say they get around, they done went from 700 million to 9 million. They finally slow down, decide, okay, I'm gonna hold on to this 9 million because I went through this money too fast, and I looked out for all my family, and I did this and that or whatever. And you mess around and you come across some money, hit the lottery or whatever, and you come around 50 million. That person that gave you that 2 million is going to be expecting that 2 million back. I guarantee it. Because most people don't give out of just being a giving person. Most people don't give out of just because they have a giving heart. Most people want something in return. Period. A lot of guys take a girl out to a girl or a lady out on a date. They're expecting something right after that date, or after the third date. So my thing is, if you do something, do it out of the kindness of your heart. Don't expect nothing in return. Because you think about it, even as a Christian, you'll do something for somebody, and the person be like, "Oh, no, thank you, this and that or whatever." You're like, "No, let me do this for you. Don't block my blessing." You don't want no return from them, but you want that return from the Lord. You like, "Don't block my blessing." Last week you came by, and I was feeling down, and you made me feel better. We just sat there and talked, and I'm gonna pay for your meal this week. And they like, "Oh, no." You like, don't block my blessing." I know I'm rambling, y'all, but don't expect nothing from nobody that you ain't willing to give yourself. You just can't do it. This person don't do this for me. This person ain't did that. And this person, they don't call and check on me. This person don't show me no love. This person don't do this and that. And then somebody asks you, when's the last time you called them? Why should I have to call them? I mean, come on. That's just the same thing you was just complaining about. You complaining about exactly what you ain't doing. But you want them to be different. I mean, you want this person to kiss your ass? Is that what you want? Do you want everybody in the world to put you at the center of attention? Because that's not going to happen. In a everyday life, one person has so many events that's going on in that one day. That person got to get up, no matter how they feeling. They may have to go to work. They may have a doctor's appointment, whatever. They got to get themselves ready. If they got kids, they got to get the kids ready. If they in a relationship, there's certain things that you may have spent last night trying to spend time with your woman or your man, and then you get up in the morning, you're tired, so you got to get up, you got to, then you got to fight through traffic. You go to work, you're dealing with people you don't want to be bothered with, you're dealing with your boss, oh, they want you to do this job, they need this in the office, whatever the case may be. Then you got to get back in your car, you come home, you're dealing with, your kids calling, I need a ride here, I need this, can I get $20, I need 150 for this, and blah, blah, blah. So this person going through all this throughout their day, you at home, in your mind, they don't even call me. They don't even think about me. Damn. Well, how you treat me like that? This and that. But you don't know what's going on. You ain't called to check. But you want somebody to treat you better than you treat them. The two, it don't add up that way. Don't nobody owe you nothing. Now, don't get me wrong. It's nice when you get that return, or not so much return. It's nice when somebody thinks about you and call and uh, checks on you to make sure you're okay. But nobody owes you anything. I'm done rambling, and thank y'all for watching. If you like the video, hit like. Please subscribe. You can hit the notification button to let you know when the next video is coming. Other than that, I holler.